Hi, the purpose of this video is to progress even more in the way our students write their outcome and to succeed better in the way they present their research findings. It is a very common problem I see with my students and all of the students. Even if they have gone through a quality research, they still have an issue on how to present in a meaningful way the data they have collected from their questions and link them to the research question and the resolution they prepare. They still sit in a very low level of data analysis, and they just present the raw data. That means they present whatever the SurveyMonkey collects, and they usually present it through a percentage in the generic form of the question. For example, so much percent of males, so much percent of females participate in this research. This is a very year 7 level, not deep data analysis required in a good research. I want you also to understand that all of this data presented in a very simple mode, in simple words, just percentage. There is no probability, there is no data analysis. I don't expect students to do deep mathematical analysis in their research. However, the frequency, it is so superficial, it is like no data actually presented, and usually they do something that is called in statistical analysis categorical data, like blue-eye, red, brown-eyed, male, female, separate ages and things like that. They present this kind of data. However, we can make that simple analysis a little bit deeper and help them understand how to do that. And you can either use this PowerPoint or this video and guide them. But initially, we teachers need to understand how this works. So I want you to understand that the SurveyMonkey returns the raw data in frequency tables, and sometimes it has also the numerical values. And this is a very simple form, but the way we analyze it plays a significant role. And the students usually use that table. They copy and paste from a SurveyMonkey on their paper, and everyone is doing that. The simplest way, not at an A+ level, not the skill we want to show that our students have acquired. If we want, therefore, to improve outcome and evaluation, we need to push students to dig deep into their data and relate these data questions to their research question and its resolution, and present this kind of analysis. We have examples of students doing this. For example, Lila O'Connell has done that with home last year, the green efficient home last year, and she got an A+ outcome. Also, Alina Pakarth has done that with me in 2016, and she got a great level. And I have a student this year who is doing a great data analysis on a yin-yang personality, and she's finding original significant data. All the others are touching very superficial this component, and this is a way to improve even further. Let me start explaining this with an example. For example, we discuss how is the attitude of the students in Granada International towards smoking. If I ask the question, I need to assume how many respondents I have collected data from. Let's say I have 200 respondents participating, and both of them have been identified as either male or female, or smoker, non-smoker. So usually we know that the SurveyMonkey returns the data according to the question we set and according to what the students have responded. For example, let's say question 1 was the usual one, the one students ask all the time, the gender, are you male or female? The data from SurveyMonkey would be presented like this: 50% male, 50% female, because we have 100, and that's it. It doesn't tell me who are the smokers and who are the male smokers and who are the female smokers, or who are the male non-smokers and female non-smokers. The same if I ask the question if you're a smoker or non-smoker, I have an answer like this, but this answer, 50% smokers and 50% non-smokers, or a different data like 90% smokers and 90% non-smokers, doesn't give me any actually information, further information. What are the females doing? What's the attitude of the females? What's the attitude of males? I don't have any kind of deep analysis, and it's very, very, very superficial. It's a D skill, not a C, not a B, not an A. It's not meaningful, it's not purposely asked the question. So if I take these and cross-tabulate, that means take the two tables I've created and put them together, like link the two tables together, I will have a table like this. For example, the smokers, participant smokers are 55 males and 45 females. That's 100% of my participants, and 35. For my males, 55 are smokers and 45 not smokers, and for my female participants, 35 are females and 65 for my females are non-smokers. So this kind of data tell me that males, 55%, smoking more than the girls, which are 35% of the girls are smokers. Do we understand that? And the same pattern, 65% of the females are not smokers. So this is the finding of this. But in the way I have presented my data in the past, I don't have a clue out of this. The picture, unless I go deep and analyze and cross-tabulate, the picture can be completely different. The picture can be something like this. Males 25% smokers, 75% non-smokers, and the females are smoking more than boys. So if I have the frequency and not a cross-tabulation, I don't have the big picture. And this is something very important for us to understand. And I know I don't want the students to go and do that in a very hard way. It is mathematical, it is numeracy at a high level, year 12 level, and that's, as such, we need to see it. So I want us to use the SurveyMonkey and cross-tabulated data, and this is what I'm going to take you now to. I have chosen a sample of questions. A student has done survey on this is his question, sorry. Public opinion of nuclear weapons. He had almost 500 participants, and as we see, this is the first question: are you male or female? I have 292 males, 187 females, 39% females, 40% males, and that's enough. I don't have any idea of their age range. I don't have any idea of anything. And the same here. What's your age? I have the age grouping, but I don't have the gender grouping. And then I have another question. This is a table the SurveyMonkey makes. And then I have another question. Do you think that nuclear weapons have changed the world? And I don't know anything. Who is answering that they have changed the world negatively? Boys, male adults, female adults, young girls. Who is answering this? So there are many questions I can work on in this manner. I don't have time in this video to do it. Students get that concept quickly. So I would like us to go and see in here, in the current view. I can filter and compare. Yes. So, for example, I'm going to filter my questions by gender. And I'm going to find first the answers of females and apply this filter. So now all my answers are loading, checking what the females are saying. Okay, now I know that my female participants is this 187, this 39 point something percent. And I compare what they say according to their age group. So I check, I don't care for the young ones, I care for this age group. Okay. All these age groups. So if you see what's happening now, I see that my females have been skewed per age, all of them 100% females, and I can see in the table the actual numbers. So I know that of my participants in the research, 55 are girls of 12 to 14, 98 are girls 15 to 17, and the rest are not significant, very significant. I have some 21 to 29%, and my major group of respondents is this group. Okay, 52% of my participants, and I have another 29% there. So most of my participants belong to this group. Okay, 12 to 14 or 12 to 17, and then I have 21 to 29. The beauty of these cross-tabulations and this comparing and filtering is that I'm taking all my questions there according to the age, and I see, yep, you see the age group of the females, but I can also see all these questions grouped, yes, in a table, so students can copy and paste the table, and then I can see all the female answers per question. For example, from 187, I know that 25 have skipped this question, and I know that these people here, they say they have no knowledge or medium knowledge or some knowledge of the nuclear weapons in that age group, and I have this nice table here who is telling me exactly what they think about the impact of the nuclear weapons, positively, negatively, neutrally. They're not so. So the females, 12 to 14, they think that nuclear weapons have impacted the world negatively. This can support my question, because my research question is what the people believe, and I have that the 12 to 14-year-olds believe that either 37% of the 12 to 14 years old perceive nuclears negatively, and some others perceive them neutrally, like 26% neutrally, another 24% they are not so, but only 7% sees them positively. And the same appears, the same pattern below 10% in all the age groups. However, I have one from 30 to 39 that says that nuclear weapons can be seen positively. And I have all these young people here considering that this is a negative. And if we have students digging into this deeper, they can make their own table. So, for example, my student can say, I care what the Glenaga people believe. So he can take this table from here and this little table from here, again in that age group. We see that in that age group. And make another meaningful data discussing specifically what the 15 to 17 years old believe, or the 12 to 14 years old believe, and what the others believe above a certain age. For example, is the creation of nuclear weapons justifiable? Let's see what the people believe. 12 and 14 years old consistently see that this is not justifiable. The 15 to 17s, yes, think that's not justifiable. The 21 to 29, they think that it's not justifiable. Okay. So that would be a more meaningful use of the data, and I hope that you can push your students to do this kind of analysis. That would be a beautiful page, a beautiful finding that will be linked to their work and their data, and that will be the best way to use all this information correct and not superficially. And the most important thing is that we're going to teach them another very important skill. I'll try to go and show you the way a student of mine has analyzed her data, the yin-yang personality. She was very positive into checking this because actually this drove her research. She has done all this filtering to age groups. She has done this filtering through Chinese and Indian culture people and see what the differences are between males and females and how they compare themselves with yin and yang. And she has compared the questions between each other. Her whole research is based on data from this. And this is how research is conducted at university, and this is the best way they can evolve their numeracy. And they don't need to be good at mathematics, they just need to make connections. I hope that was of use. Thank you for watching this. I hope you will use that in your class, and I hope you will tell me that it was real of great use for you. Thank you.